Hello and welcome back to my channel Dotty. In this video I am going to be decorating my campsite area. As you can see, this little bit is just me doing some of my daily tasks of shaking the trees. I wanted to include it because of this next bit with Wade. So I'm just catching the wasps, making sure I don't get stung, minding my own business. But he's kind of in the way. See? Talk to him instead of shaking a tree. Brilliant. Thanks, Wade. And of course, some wasps. And instead of catching them, we talk to him. And he's wondering why I'm talking to him. I didn't mean to. And he runs off. He runs off and leaves me to be stung. The audacity of this penguin. And when I speak to him again, he's surprised that I got stung by a wasp, as if he wasn't just there. Moving on, this is my campsite area. I've got some of the Turkey Day decorations up, which I'll take down shortly. It was just because I wanted to see what they looked like. This reaction is the best reaction by far. I love it. Look at those sparkles. So now I'm just getting a few bits and pieces, as well as medicine to cure myself. Making sure I've got enough space in my inventory to move things around, and so I can sort of decorate more efficiently. So I don't really have a complete theme, but I do sort of like cottagecore and fairycore. I like the sort of rustic feel of, I don't know, the woodsy bits. And I love the mushrooms, in case I haven't already made that clear. But, you know, I think we'll see that in a bit, that I do like the mushrooms. I also upgraded my storage. That was in the new update, and I am very grateful for that. I just wish we could get the inventory even bigger. That would be helpful. Changing out of my Turkey Day clothes now. Bit more festive. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving, or Turkey Day, or whatever you want to call it. I hope you managed to get all of the recipes and the ingredients for Franklin. So I'm just dropping some of the items down so that they're out of the way, so that I can pick other bits up and, I don't know, move as I go along, I guess. So again, this is the sort of area I'm working with. Yep, good idea, start the construction. And then this bit by Freckles' house and along here. So it's some space. It's not huge, but yeah, not bad. I'd already laid out most of the paths and cliffs and things the way I'd wanted them already, and now I'm just doing like additional bits. I thought this bit here could be a nice little reading nook, just a little bit of extra. I don't know really, I just thought it would look quite cute. I've tried to cut out the bits where I keep going back to the house to collect more decoration, so I hope it's not too jumpy, but I just thought it'd be a bit boring considering I went back to my house about 10 different times because I kept thinking of more things that I needed. And I think my shovel broke at one point, and yeah, it was just, I don't know, it was like 2 hours of worth of footage, so I wanted to cut out all the sort of unnecessary bits. And here I thought I would give Freckles like a sort of patio or decking area. I felt she needed a little bit more, because obviously she's got the little what's it called, log bench thing over the other side, but she doesn't have much other than that. So I thought it'd be nice to have her little table and chair on something other than just the grass. I'm sure I'll change it again. I feel like I need to do a bit more decorating around her house, but for this video it was mainly the campsite area that I was focusing on, so I wasn't too bothered. But I thought I would add it in so that I could change that path a little bit. I hope that I'm loud enough in this video. I know I've had some issues with my previous videos and my voice being very quiet. I think I might have sorted it now. If not, I'll just have to do a bit more evaluating and assessing and see what I come up with. So I am sorry about that. I know it's a bit of a pain. It can be quite hard to watch when it's so hard to listen to. I will try and put the, what are they called? The creator codes? I think so. I'll put the creator codes of all the designs that I use, or I'll try to find them anyway. I change up the path quite a lot. I haven't really found the one I'm set with yet. This was one I saw in someone else's video and I thought that's quite cute, but it doesn't really go with what I was aiming for. It's a bit too, I don't know, jungle themed or tropical themed. It's definitely very nice, but just not quite what I'm going for. But again, I will still put the code in the description if I can find it. Here I am, just trying to see what I'm working with and see what I can actually place anywhere. Some of the areas are quite small and so it's quite limited. Try not to look at the rest of my island. I will plan to do a tour in the future, so just close your eyes when anything else comes on screen. So my sort of idea of this little area was that I wanted like a little I don't even know how you describe it, like a little relaxing area with some like cooking equipment and a little fishing area. And then down here I wanted to make use of that little washing line and the old-fashioned wash basket, I don't know. But have it so it was like a little washing up area right next to that little river there. I just thought that would sort of add to the campsite feel, make it feel a bit more rural and rustic. It does take me a while to sort of decide on what I'm actually gonna stick with. I put down a lot of oh my goodness, I'm losing all my words today. I put down a lot of the QR codes and then I'll change them up and I place an item and then I'll set it all up and then I'll take it away and rearrange it. So just bear with me. It's sort of just how I work. I sort of see it and then I'm like, nope, that doesn't work. And then I might even go back to that option and be like, yep, no, that's the best out of all of the options. I hope that's okay with you. I would edit it all out, but then there would be basically no footage left if I did that. It's sort of interesting watching it back and seeing how I decide things, so you can kind of try and figure out what I'm thinking, what my thought process is with it all. 'Cause sometimes I'm just standing there and it's clear I have no idea what I'm doing. Again, if anyone has any ideas on how to improve any of my campsite decorations or anything else really, just leave it in the comments and let me know. Tell me what sort of theme your island is and where your campsite is. Is it on the beach? Is it up in the higher levels of terraforming, or is it by a river? I would like to know a bit more about what other people do with their campsite. And again, any tips or tricks that you want to tell me, that would be great. Here we go, good old mushroom item. I straight away do not like the fact that I've got 2 buckets behind a tree there, so I have to move those. Love a bit of country fencing. It's very fitting with the campsite, I think. And the hedges, they add good texture and just something extra if you don't know what to put in a certain place. Yeah, so this area I was hoping to do a sort of loungy area with some of the campsite cookware. So it was just sort of a little relaxing area, but with some, I don't know, some hints to the campsite or something. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm really bad at describing all of this. I just thought a little bit of dirt pathing would work quite well next to the main bit of the campsite. And then I decided I'm going to take up the fencing anyway because I don't have enough space. It just doesn't look quite right with the dirt not extended that far. I hope what I'm saying makes some sense, because I mean it makes sense to me, but that's because I'm the one thinking it. I don't know what anyone else is thinking, to be honest. It might just not make any sense at all. So just add a few more of those little flowers in, since I covered them all with dirt. Put the fencing back up. I do like these 3-leaf clovers. They're from the ones that were originally provided. I don't know what else you'd call them. They're like standard Animal Crossing ones. They're quite useful. They add a bit of colour. Yeah, I think it's worth putting a few of those down, even if you don't want to, you know, decorate the whole island or whatever. I really wanted a hammock in this lounge area. That's what we're going to call it, lounge area. But it took me so long to find the right sort of place for it. Just everywhere I put it, it was just like, nope, that's not right. It wouldn't go the way I wanted it to. I remember getting so frustrated with it because I just couldn't figure out how it would look nice, because it just wasn't doing whatever I wanted it to. And I finally linked my Pocket Camp and Nintendo Switch up properly so that I could redeem these items. I love this camping sign. I just didn't know how to get it before, but it's actually really quite simple. So I would highly recommend doing that, or just downloading Pocket Camp anyway and setting it up just to get these items. You don't have to actually play the game, but I'd say it's worth it. The camping sign is brilliant, and there's the fortune cookie carts, I think they're, or stalls, and I always see them on other people's islands, and I keep wondering when I'm going to get the recipe for it, but it turns out that you just get them from the Pocket Camp. And it just adds to a little section in the machine. What machine's that called? I don't know. The machine that's in the resident services, in the Nook shopping section, they add a little section of Pocket Camp items that you can buy. Here I am trying to figure out how to place it and getting stuck. But I get there eventually. Ish. I don't really know what I'm doing. My decorating is very much a trial and error process. But I mean, I get to where I need to be eventually. and I keep getting stuck. I don't know why it keeps happening, but in this video I seem to do it quite a lot where I get stuck behind trees. Okay, back to the lounge area. Everywhere I put the hammock, it just doesn't seem to be quite right. Finally, I realise it's not that the hammock's in the wrong place. It's the colour of the hammock. I don't like the blue frame, so I go and steal this hammock from a different place in my island. And it looks much better. It fits in straight away. And it just makes sense. The blue was just not working. I also wasn't sure about the colour of this mush stool, and I went and created some others and customised them. And I ended up forgetting, and I think I used something else entirely in the end. But that's okay, you can never have too many mush stools. I do like these little grey-white tiles. I use them in quite a lot of different areas on my island. I've got them on the beach around Wade's house. I have them obviously down on that little washing area. I'm doing them here. I do them around quite a lot of the villager houses, I think. They're just really handy and they add a bit more to the area, I think. That damn blue hammock. It keeps coming back. Okay, so I do try the customized mush stool, but I think I changed this. I think I didn't use the spotty mush stool because I didn't want it to have too many patterns in this area. So obviously there's the brick tiling, the stripes on the hammock, the little gingham pattern on the picnic basket. I think the dots would have just been too much, so I wanted to go with something a bit more plain and ended up going with the log stool, which actually looks quite nice. And a little cushion too. Just a plain cushion. I could customise it later, but again I don't want to overcrowd it with patterns. overall I don't think that looks too bad. And so now I'm gonna try and work on the fishing area. Just in this little section right here. And then I go off and get distracted and start doing something else. I decided to go with the little reading nook instead of doing the fishing area. Oh well, that's just the way it works. I do go back to the fishing area in a bit. I just got temporarily distracted and worked on a different area. Unfortunately I didn't have any books, so I had to settle for a magazine, but that looks just as good. And I get distracted again. Right, finally, back to the fishing area. So I wanted to use sort of a laid back chair, and so I stuck with this beach chair, which wouldn't turn. But I quite liked the concept of like a lazy fisherman. So he'd have a sort of laid back chair, he'd have his fishing rod stand, and I also wanted to add a drink to this area, which I actually forgot to do. But in the summer month it'll be one of the coconut juices, and then I'll probably add something else for the autumn winter months. But I don't think I've got any sort of mugs or anything left. I think I've used them all in different decorations, so I'll have to find something that will be suitable for that. But I didn't want too much going on in this area, just a little bit of stone pathing, some little stepping stones, the chair and the fishing rods. I thought that was kind of enough for just this small area. And of course add those custom designs in underneath, not that you can really see them, but they're there. Unfortunately you can't sit in it the way I've placed it, but that's okay. And I just wanted to add another mush lamp by the campsite itself. And then I realised it was facing the same way as the other one, so I had to change it. As you can see, I definitely like the red spotty mushrooms. Especially as my channel picture is a red spotty mushroom, or a dotty one, should we say. Then I realised I still got all of the Turkey Day stuff and a bench, and I thought that I could have a little nook over here for for the eating, other bits of eating, obviously I've got the lounge area at the top. This could be more like just a little picnic area, just so I can put something over there and make use of these items, since I don't really know where else I will use them. I've got a couple of the things in my house, but that's about it. I do like the casserole dish and the Turkey Day decorations. The balloons are very cute. Much more my sort of style than the bright pink and green balloons that were with the fireworks. Definitely works well in the autumn months. But that was just a little bit of extra decoration to fill in a little gap over there. And now I'm just adding in some stepping stones so that people can see there's a path to something over here. That was Naomi. She's actually asked to leave my island yesterday, so I'm going to have another villager hunt coming out soon. Unfortunately, it's going to be restricted to, is it Cranky? Cranky and Smug? Because I haven't got all the reactions for them, and I don't have any of those villagers on my island, so I need to look for some of those to get the full reactions. And then I can focus on getting villagers that I actually want on my island. So now I'm just sort of going around adding any additional decoration that I think the area needs. Not really major parts of doing a specific area, just sort of adding some more creator code pathing, just some little bits and bobs here and there. I realised that the little waterfall cliffs don't have anything on the top, so I thought that some flowers would look quite nice up there, since not much else would fit up there. So I just go around stealing some flowers from other parts of my island. Just add some more of the decorations. Unfortunately, not really much else fits up there, but that's okay. It was just a little area so that I could have some of the flowing water, because I thought that would add to the aesthetic of the campsite. That was the wrong item, but that's okay. So this little pocket vintage camper item is also from connecting my pocket camp, and you can customise this. So again, I would highly recommend that you do link them to get these extra items unlocked. Then I decide that this little area needs something other than just a tree, so I get rid of the tree, and I thought it would be a good space to have that swinging bench that I tried to place at the top earlier, but didn't quite fit. Okay, so now I've packed away the construction kit and I'm back in my normal woolly hat, ready to have a look at what I have done. So up here is the little reading nook with the magazine that's sort of encased with some barbed wire fencing, but that's okay. We've got my little swinging bench and pile of leaves over here. Plenty of trees. And then going up the top with the campsite sign, the little lounge area and cooking stuff. With the hammock that actually sort of fits with the theme now. Going along to the actual campsite itself. Shame that no one was there, but that's okay. With the little fishing nook. I keep saying nook. What's going on? And then coming back down to the washing, cleaning, drying area with the buckets. Going along the stepping stones to the Turkey Day picnic. Overall, I think it looks pretty good. I know it can always be improved, but I don't think it's too bad for a sort of... It's quite a big area to decorate and I didn't really know what to use, so I don't think it turned out too bad. But there you go. The best reaction. Ta-da! Enjoy the little sparkles. Please give it a like, subscribe if you wish. Thank you so much for watching.